Thank you. So my name is Rebecka Westin. I'm looking out from my window office in Sweden. No snow today, but it's still not spring here compared to in your countries maybe. So I will tell you a little bit about WP2, which is the first networking activity that we will have. And it's about best practice for protocols, use of standards and ethics. Now will I see? Yes. So the overall objective of this work package is to harmonize protocols, develop standard operating procedures, and to promote the use of standards and guidelines to ensure a high quality of expertise and ethics in the research that we conduct in our network, and hopefully also beyond. So in short words, I would say it's about to learn from each other, to share the knowledge that we already have, to improve all our research facilities and the quality we do, the quality of the research that we do on our facilities. And in our VP, we have 3 tasks. And the first task is about the harmonization of basic management and protocols for recording of what we call standard traits in the experimental facilities. And hereby we mean our research farms, the different research farms that we have, and where all of us, I think, we do collect standard data. We weigh pigs, piglets, we check the feeding, we do different kinds of data collection. So it's really to look into what we collect on our different farms and if we can standardize it in somehow so it can be easier to compare research between our farms. And this task will be led by my colleague Anna Wallenbeck from SLU, and most of the participants who has research farms are involved. And yeah, it could be anything from production data, scoring of body condition, back measurements, and much more. And the second task, then it's more about the experimental procedures. So we will develop SOPs for different specific experimental procedures, and also look into experimental design. And for the first, the SOP part of it, Marion Gerard from Agroscope will be leading this part of the task. And there we have listed 5 different areas, which is blood sampling techniques, digestibility measurements, assessment of meat quality and body composition, feces and urine collection and laboratory analysis of those, and then saliva sampling and salivary cortisol measurements. And part of this will be together with the task 5, 1 and 2 in work package 5, and then the saliva sampling will be together in collaboration with work package 6, which is a task there. And then the second objective of task 2 in our work package is to look into existing guidelines of experimental design. So then it's more about sample sizes and replicas and how do we do our feed trials, for instance. So much more to look into existing guidelines or if we have different protocols that we use, and to see if we can consolidate them and improve them. And that part will be led by Ilvo of SAM with his colleagues. And the third task then is about ethics. See if I can, yes. So then we will look into procedures and practices concerning ethical standards for pig experiments. And this task is also divided in 2 parts. And the first part is in a bit connected to the TNAs. that we will provide an overview of the different national legal requirements to practice ethical experiments or pig experiments. So actually to help the users of our TNAs from other countries, what the requirements are for them before they can start their experiments. And hopefully we'll also be able to, or that's the aim, that we will propose some recommendations for policymakers then to have a common procedure within Europe. It's very different now in different countries. And the second goal that will be led by Mette Herskin at Aarhus University is to perform a scientific review discussing the definitions of terms that we use today to assess the severity of animal experimentation. So about words like suffering or discomfort. And to do this review and then discuss their use and misuse in experimental research. And also the first part will be led by Rob Stedmans at Wageningen University. So that was very short, but we will have more discussions about the details tomorrow.